everyone, it's Morgyn from For the Love of Paper, and I'm here with my next project for Kitaholic Kits. I am doing a traveler's notebook little spread today, and I am using some bits and pieces from all of the kits for this project. The photo I'm scrapping is of some Jamberry nail supplies that I got at the beginning of the year, I think. This is actually also part of my photo a week series that I'm doing. I think this is number five or six, and then they're not in order because I haven't edited the videos in order, so they do jump around a little bit. But this one was, the prompt for that week was bought. So this was something that I had bought that week, and I was pretty excited about it. And yeah, so I decided to scrap this photo, and it fitted with this kit really, really well because it was nice and girly and pink and fun, as were the nail products that I had purchased. So I started off with the doily as a bit of a background, and then I popped on my photo and used some of the what are those things called? Labels. They're the exclusive labels for Kitaholic Kits, and I use them to make a little, or start of a little embellishment cluster off to the left hand side there. And I do my journaling on there as well as put some other little bits. And I went through and got out some of the things from the Simple Stories ephemera pack. And I start off with getting out the letters that spell out happy, and I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to use them or what I was going to say. Obviously it was going to say happy, but I didn't know what else. I was actually thinking along the lines of happy mail. That was what I was kind of going with to start off with, and then I saw that little card that I've put aside. So I've put aside a few that I thought I might want to use, and it says "Oh Happy Day," and I end up going with that as my title, and you shall see what I do with that in a moment. So I swapped out that little flower for the heart and the flower, and I wanted to get those scissors on there because I thought, you know, nails, you cut your nails and everything, but it just didn't work, and wood veneer is a bit chunky for putting in a traveler's notebook, so I left that out. And I put down the happy letters, and then this is when I saw this and I thought, oh, I could cut out the O and the happy and just use the big letters to fill in that, and there my title appeared which was pretty good. And I really, really wanted this flower pot on there. I didn't care so much for the flowers, but I wanted the little sentence statement. It says enjoy the little things, and that's something that's kind of been my thing this year, enjoying the little things, and also taking like 5 minutes a day or 5 minutes a week, if that's all I get, to do something for myself, because it is important that we do things for ourselves, and sometimes you get caught up in being a mom and working and being a wife and all those other fun things that you forget to do something for yourself. And so doing my nails has been one of those things that I do for myself each week, and it is just a little thing. It's not a big thing. It doesn't take me very long, so I thought that was really appropriate for me for this year with that little quote or little saying or sentence, whatever you want to call it. And so as you saw, I did fussy cut out the letters for O and day, the teeny tiny ones. It did take me a while because they were quite tiny. And I wanted to use that background paper. Well, I didn't really want to use the background paper, but I thought I'd have a look to see what it would look like on the page, and I decided against it. The doily was enough of a background, but I did want to add a little bit of colour to it because the white on the cream, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of cream and white going together. It doesn't quite work in my mind. So I wanted to add a bit of colour to the doily. So I pulled out these watercolours, which were in the mixed media kit, and I made them quite diluted. So it was like a teeny tiny bit of the colour and lots of water, and then just splattered them across the doily. I did this pinky, what am I talking about? That's green. It's like a tealy green color. And then I also get out a pink as well. And as you can see, I've swatched all the colors on that little piece of paper up the top. And the colors do not reflect the stickers that are on the watercolors. So keep that in mind if you do get these watercolors, or if you have the mixed media kit already, the colors on the labels don't represent the color of the paint all that well. So I did find it quite vital that I did take a little swatch, and I just slip it inside the box. It fits in there fine. Yeah, so that would be my tip if you do have these colors, or any watercolors really. I know it's hard to match them, I understand that, but yeah, if you do have these watercolors, definitely make a little swatch card for yourself so you know what colors you're actually working with. And that was the pink one, and it is quite a bright, vibrant pink, but on the label it's red, so that did get me kind of a bit caught out, but there you go. So it wasn't a lot that I added to it, but enough to sort of just give it a bit more background, a bit of texture, a bit of color. So once that was dry, I just patted that dry with some paper towel, pushed it off to the side. So there you go, the card just slips in there in the sleeve. I then glued it all down. I started with the center bit, and then I worked my way around the outside in the lacy part, the more intricate fiddly bit. So I just added some little dots here and there all the way around until it was completely covered. And that's the final little touches going on there. And then I started building up the rest of the page as I'd laid it out previously. So I think I started with my photo, then realized that I wanted things to go under it. So I don't quite stick that down yet, I don't think. Oh, what was I doing? Oh, that's right. I did two layers of tape just to push it up a bit more than it normally would, so it wouldn't be quite so flat, but it's also not really bulky like with foam tape. And using this as a little cluster. Now, I'll leave a link to Kitaholic Kits below as well, so you can go and check them out. Also, we have our Facebook group for subscribers, so if you subscribe to the kits, you do get into the exclusive Facebook group, which is really awesome. We share lots of fun things over there. If not, you should check it out. Check out the website and see if you would like to subscribe and get some of these awesome kits. Otherwise, we do have our other main Facebook group where we share our projects and have chit chats and stuff. So there should be links in the description box below for those. So definitely jump over and check those out if you haven't already. And what am I making? My little embellishment cluster. I really loved that little black heart. You don't get hearts in black that often, and I don't know, I always think a lot of people think they might be like morbid or not that great, but I really like them because I like black and white as accents, and I love hearts as accents, so it works really well for me. And then just gluing all these little pieces down, which did take a bit of time because there was quite a few little bits and bobs to add on there. Do I do my journaling now? This is quite a simple layout to put together. There wasn't too much on the page, and I didn't do anything too fancy or out there on this one. I can't remember what I stamped there, but I did walk away and get my stamp pad or my ink pad. Whatever it was, I only used half of it. So as you can see there, I'm just trying to ink up half of that roller stamp, whatever the word is, and then I just stamp it a few times on that. I think it says happy. It was like 2 words in a phrase, and I just used one of them. And then writing out my journal and also putting in Yeah, it was number 6 in my series. So I think the next video, my next Traveler's Notebook video, should be number 5. And added in all my journaling about how I like the nail stuff and doing something for myself. And of course, no page is complete without a little scribbly border. And I think that might be this layout done. Oh no, I outline everything. So I started by outlining the photo. Then I thought that the letters didn't stand out enough. So I outline all of the letters. Some of them were on top of the letter, the big ones, and then the rest of them I actually did on the page around the outside of the cutout. And that's this layout done, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.